Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Do you remember the story of Ezra Chiloba?
Breaking news, a Communication Authority of Kenya Director General Ezra Chiloba has been suspended.
Now, the former Communications Authority of Kenya Director General Ezra Chiloba is a man in the eye of the storm, as that story has told. Chiloba is finding himself in familiar waters as he left the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission.
Ezra Chiloba, the former IEBC Secretariat, who took over the reins of the Communication Authority in the capacity of a director. So Ezra Chiloba, 4 weeks ago, was suspended because of corruption allegation. So the latest news regarding the same is that Chiloba has resigned. And he resigned on October 18th, 2023. So the Communication Authority Board Chair, Mary Mungai, in a statement announced Chiloba's exit and said, "The Board of Directors of the Communications Authority of Kenya has this morning, October 19th, 2023, accepted the resignation of Ezra Chiloba as the Director General. Mr. Chiloba resigned yesterday, October 18th, 2023, in a letter to the chairperson of the Communication Authority Board, Mary Mungai. So Chiloba served as the communication director for 2 years, since started when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was in the last year of his second term, and recently he was suspended because of corruption allegations. So I want to take you back to that story that led to his suspension.
Chiloba's resignation. It read, and I quote, "The BA has this morning, 19th October 2023, accepted the resignation of Mr. Ezra Chiloba. Chiloba resigned yesterday, 18th October 2023, in a letter to the chairperson of the CA board, Mary Mungai," end of quote.
In that suspension, there was a probe, and the probe that was conducted by a committee dubbed the Board Audit and Risk Assurance Committee. According to the committee, Chiloba breached the obligations under his terms of service by applying for and individually approving a mortgage loan in contravention of the required procedure. It is alleged that the loan was to facilitate a transaction between him and another party. So the committee tasked with probing the inconsistencies noticed in the mortgage scheme found that relevant information was omitted and that the loan was approved by a junior staff, meaning there is no evidence showing law was followed. The loan application was approved by a junior staff member, and there is no evidence to support that fact that the junior staff member carried out requisite due diligence and advice management, including but not limited to the relationship between the seller and the buyer and the size of the property. That is what a section of the report, the audit report, said. Chiloba was also accused of misconduct while in office by purchasing a house and a piece of land exceeding the 1 acre limit under the Civil Servants Housing Scheme requirement. He is also said to have purchased 7 acres of land, and more questions came up after the probe found that CA had dispersed funds to an account under Chiloba's Kitale-based company. So the report went further to say, further interrogations to confirm the identity of the seller via a query through the company's registry revealed the sole director and shareholder of Kitale Hillmost Limited as Ezra Chiloba's Simiyu, who is also the buyer. So these actions amount to an offense in accordance with Section 41-42 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act. So these allegations were being investigated by a team that was formed by the Communication Authority Board to investigate why the seller and the buyer, the person to whom the man was going to be deposited to, was Ezra Chiloba's company. So these are the reasons why Ezra Chiloba was suspended. 4 weeks after that suspension, Chiloba has officially resigned. And I read to you that statement that was read to the board chair about the resignation by Ezra Chiloba. So what do you make of this move by Ezra Chiloba to resign? You know, Ezra Chiloba first had almost similar tribulations when he was still in IEBC as the IEBC Secretariat. You know, he had this kind of problems when he was in IEBC that forced Chebukati to suspend him. So he was suspended, and then sooner later on he was fired from the IEBC. So he stayed out of office for so long, many years. But again, he got an appointment as a CA director. And then 2 years down the line, according to the report I've read, 2 years down the line, Chiloba again finds himself in a mess within the communications the authority. Again, there's alleged that there was a mortgage scheme repayment defaulters who are mainly officers who had left the authority. The officers were cleared without due regard to outstanding obligations to the authority. Management should hold those responsible to account. So what that means is that there were people who had also defaulted on the loan. But then these people were cleared by the Chiloba team, despite the fact that they had not cleared their loan. So also that report symbolized or indicated that there was some lack of due diligence in this clearance. So this fraud is the reason why Chiloba was suspended. And I think he has just acted in his own capacity to resign, maybe to protect his name from further investigation. You know, because if the investigation realizes that he made a mistake, then definitely a recommendation will be to have him fired. So to save his face, he has opted to resign by himself. So what do you make of that move by Chiloba? And you know, Chiloba, being that he has served in the IEBC and went through the same crisis related to fraud, electoral fraud or acquisition fraud. Now this time round there is also acquisition fraud, but this time round is about mortgage. So the same issues he had them when he was the CEO of IEBC, and now he has faced the same issues but in a capacity of the CA director. So what do you make of these moves from Ezra Chiloba, that he is officially resigning? So just go below the comment section and offer your take regarding that move for Chiloba to resign. Also, to those people who are not subscribed, I want to kindly request you peacefully to go below the comment section there and just hit the subscribe button if you had not subscribed before. But if you had subscribed before, I want to tell you here that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So until you catch up again, please stay safe and stay blessed.